Does this mark a fundamental shift in how programmatic will be bought by marketers moving forward?
Your job is to facilitate the meeting of a consumer and your products and service in a marketplace. And you want the most high intent individuals, regardless of what domain they pop on, regardless of what the conversion path is, as long as it's brand safe enough for you. And that's like not find yourself in the elements of the dark web. The other thing that's emerging is this idea of code on page intelligence. Cookies were always at a disadvantage. They're session data. It says, hey, Lynn, hit this page. But it doesn't tell me what meaning Lynn derived from the page, what she did with the page. Did she share the page? Code on page intelligence is the truth teller. It's just going to say, oh, this actually matters. That doesn't matter. So what does a premium internet mean to a top marketer who says, code on page intelligence tells me these are the pathways for high intent audiences that I can monetize to drive value for the business. That is the pursuit of marketing as the parent company. That's the frame that's being set. And I don't see any of that reflected in this conversation. The same thing when you look at the idea of AI powered engines, almost like search engines, based on these large language models. Look, their truth is in the data and the information that they are compiling and compressing and trying to synthesize for us. They are not in the premium internet business. They are in the information pathway and what people do business. So when you look at that juxtaposed against each other, we know it's essentially going to win out. I mean, look, I'm not mad at the idea of recognizing top players in a landscape. We do this in everything. It doesn't matter if it's sports. It doesn't matter if it's Hollywood. It doesn't matter about what's the prime real estate, who makes the best automobiles, who makes the best luxury hand goods. We all need to know where our North Star is, what the aspirational set is. But to sit there in position as if they the only ones should be reflected, acknowledged, rewarded, etc., is probably just a little bit ludicrous. But look, I don't have to state the obvious. I think the world will understand nothing has changed. We are still in the pursuit of making money. All businesses are in business to make money, regardless of who deems what's more favorable, more worthy, more safe, and everything. But when you start to look at this focus around attention, attention is going to be the ultimate real estate. And no one gets to decide that they will own all the attention in terms of real estate. The consumer is the only one guaranteed to win. We could all lose. The problem is when you see this idea of agency dissipating. Agency is decisioning, obviously, and the idea of choice. Consumers always want that. And what brands need to look at is engines, mechanisms, institutions that facilitate the idea of better agency, better decisioning. I don't know if simply highlighting a top list necessarily gives you that. Surely it does highlight, some top credible players are. Look, we need, again, like I said, we need to know who they are. But at the end of the day, from a business decisioning standpoint, we have to follow the consumer to follow the path to money. And it doesn't matter what is essentially published. It's not necessarily the truth. And the idea of ComScore rankings already proved that to not be the truth. And it's nothing wrong with them highlighting whether you're top ranked by a reputable research company, because I have utmost respect for ComScore. But decisions are still made that, hey, there are a lot of consumers who go to the dollar store and Dollar General, and those are growing. But the premium retailers, Lord and Taylor, they're contracting. So what does that tell us about a digital world where in the real world, those who have the least, those enterprises are expanding across the country. And for those that have the most, those are contracting or moving offshore. There's a symbiotic relationship between the real world and the digital world. And I don't know how well that was taken into account when such information is put out there.